I know you don't like to talk about it, but I need to know. I need to know what to expect.
She was a genius. I know I'm biased, but she was. She had this amazing head for numbers. She belonged in a bank.
Is that where she met your dad?
They were clerks in the same branch. But she gave it up when I was born. She wanted to be a wife and mother. I remember she used to take me around the supermarket when I was a kid. I mean, this was long before barcodes. And she'd get to the till, and the girl would keen all the prices. And if she ever got it wrong, she'd know. That's £2.20 over, love, she'd say. And she was always right. She could do the shopping, talk to me, and keep a running total in her head. That's the way she was. Well, she ended up getting a part-time job in that shop after my dad left. But she was better than that. She always said she should have been a bank manager. And every time I have to go in and talk to that idiot in my bank, it makes my blood boil. Tuesdays and Thursdays I used to visit her after work. She always used to have countdown on. She was useless at the word game, but the numbers, she could do them in her sleep. Then one day I noticed she was using a pen and paper. I mean, that was the first sign. Gradually, she used it more and more. Then there was a calculator. Then she started swearing at Carol Vorderman. Suddenly, she hated her. Anything that went wrong anywhere in the world, it was Carol Vorderman's fault. But of course, by then, it was obvious what was going on. I wanted her to move in with Mary and me, but Marion wouldn't have it. Split us up in the end. And then I moved in with Mum.
I didn't know you'd split up. You said she died.
She did. She died of a stroke 2 years after we separated.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want you to think that I was the kind of man who found it easy to leave his wife.
If he had good reason.
2 failed marriages. No kids. Doesn't look great, does it?
So what happened after you and Marion split?
I moved in with Mum. And it was hard, Gail. I mean, I won't pretend otherwise, you know. No job, no social life, no wife. I gave up everything to look after her and got no thanks whatsoever. She hated me even more than she hated Carol Vorderman. First thing I did was change the locks because she kept wandering off. You see, as far as she was concerned, I was the guard and she was my prisoner. And all her problems were my fault. She'd swear and scream, bite. She bit me once at the top of the stairs. I was trying to get her in the bath. And I remember thinking, one push, that's all it would take. One push, and the suffering would end. And no one would know. But then you keep telling yourself that it's not her you're fighting. It's the illness. She doesn't know what she's doing or what she's saying. Ignore it. After a while, that stage passes. The paranoia's gone. But the next stage is worse. Because now she's just a zombie. It's not her at all. She's dead. Her spirit, her soul, everything that made that person unique has gone forever. She's just a body. I still used to put her in front of Countdown because it was part of her routine. Her routine's very important. But it meant nothing to her. She'd just sit and listen to that ticking clock. That funny little noise it makes when the time is up. And at the end, when I sat alone in that hospital ward, listening to that body fight for every breath, watching her die painfully and slowly, I wished I'd pushed her down the steps when I had the chance.
I hope you don't live to regret marrying me.
Never.
I don't think I could cope without you.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever break us up, Gail. Whatever the future holds, we'll get through it together, no matter what. I might not be the world's greatest financial advisor, and I might not be as successful as I'd like, but my family means everything to me, and I will never leave you.
Not even when my mum's lost her mind. Calling you all sorts.
In sickness and in health. Till death us do part. That means something to me, Gail. Audrey's part of the package. And I'll take care of her, no matter what.